Hello, Brian Turner here. It seems like overnight we've all switched to learning and teaching online. I want to do a little video, just show you my workstation and show you how I do it. I've been doing it for a little while and thought I would just share some ideas with you. I want to talk about my little toys here and all the things I use to do it. And you don't have to have all this stuff. It can be more simple than what I've got, and what I have is not very complicated, and there's not tons of money involved. If there was tons of money involved, I wouldn't be doing it. But this is the first thing I want to do is talk about lights. If you teach or if you teach in the daytime, there's no better light source than the sun. That's why you see my workstation. When I'm teaching someone, I'm facing the window. As a matter of fact, if I'm teaching in the daytime, I don't even use light. But the lights in the room are off. Everything's off. I just adjust my blinds. It's the blinds are the trick. 'Cause I can adjust them however I want, get however much sunlight I want. Now, right now, I'm facing my camera, which is just nothing but an iPhone. But whenever I'm teaching, my back will be to the iPhone, and I will be getting the sunlight from that window. That's a good tip for teaching in the daytime or taking lessons in the daytime. Now, at night, that's a different story. You're going to need some lighting at the nighttime, and you don't have to get fancy professional lighting. I've just got a typical little music stand light. I like this light because it can be bright or dim, and it shines down on my hands whenever I'm teaching. I've got just a little old lamp I got at Walmart over here. Sometimes I need some light from that angle. And I've got one over here. I'm using it to do this video, so I'm not going to show that to you. That lamp has a remote for it. The problem with these lamps with remotes is I spend half my time looking for the remote. so I wouldn't get another light with a remote on it. Okay. And so that's a little bit about lighting. And then really lighting is more for the teacher than the student. The students can get by with minimum lighting. Second thing I want to talk to you about is the chair. Now this is important. I'm in an office chair. I can roll around. It's got wheels on it. That is so important because I'll be teaching the student, and I'll say, okay, this is a G chord, and I'll be about this far from, maybe a little bit closer maybe, but then I'll say, okay, let's like this, and I'll zoom in. This is how you play a G chord. No, Johnny, not like that, like this. No, Johnny, move that finger. There's the G chord. No, use the other finger. And then I can zoom back out. I might want to show him how I'm finger picking. I'll zoom in like that and so forth. Anyway, so having a chair that rolls around is a big plus. Not only that, whenever you're taking lessons or learning, you'll notice there's a little box right there on the corner of the screen. Now, I always tell the student, that's what I see right there, that little box, and I make sure that I can see the first 3 frets of your guitar, right there with the nut. I need to be able to see the nut of the guitar. And if they have a chair that moves around, it's not a big deal. Okay, now I want to talk about devices. I use 2 devices now. When I'm doing the lessons, what I'm using is my wife's iPad. That's why I've got a pink case for it. I kind of commandeered her iPad. So that's what I'm seeing everybody on is this iPad right here. But over here on my computer, that's where I've got all my materials. I've created a lot of teaching materials that are PDFs mostly, or a lot of them are web-based stuff. And I'll just email them to the student, and then I'll pull them up there. And that's what I'm looking at whenever I'm teaching on the iPad. I'm just looking over there and at the exercise while they're looking at it on their end. They can print it out or have a second device, whichever is convenient for them. Now, something else about these sources. What I do is I send the material to them ahead of time. They either print it out or pull it up on the device, whichever they prefer. And I tell them, look, just create you a folder in your email and just save all that stuff in your email. That way it's always there. You don't have to have Dropbox. You don't have to have some kind of cloud service to save all this material. Just save it in your mailbox. That's free, and it doesn't get much better than free, does it? So that's a little thing about the how to deal with the sources Of course, we use books too, and that makes it even easier. But you just make sure you both have the same book on each end. That might seem obvious, but if you're using a particular book, makes it easy. Okay. Now I want to talk about my music stand. I'm proud of this music stand. This music stand is big. This is what they call a conductor's music stand. It's twice as, if you can see the whole thing, it's twice as big as your regular ones. Not only that, it's got a little compartment here. You can see I've got my little capo. I've got my tuner. I've got my slide for when I teach slide lap steel. I have a couple lap steel student, and so forth. And it's got a compartment back here where I keep the books. Even the all materials, I just keep them back here behind it. That way everything's organized right there. Okay, so you got that. So something else I've got. This over here, you see the little. My little boom box, that's called a jawbone. It's got Bluetooth, and I'll hook my phone up to that. That's really my third device I use. Although sometimes I just simply go on YouTube on the computer. But I like to use Spotify, and so if students is talking about a particular song, I'll pull it up on Spotify, I'll import it on my Amazing Slowdowner. If you don't know about the Amazing Slowdowner, that's an incredible app where I can slow the songs down. But anyway, I'll just listen to them on my little jawbone, my little boom box here, and whenever we're working with a particular song, that's all those the Spotify, the Amazing Slowdowner, the jawbone, all great tools. So that's about the songs. Now about the platforms. Of course, Skype, I've been using that for a long time, so I might be a little bit biased. I've been using that since 2011. But now they've got Zoom. Zoom is the new kid on the block. FaceTime, if you have an Apple product. And, of course, if you have Facebook with Messenger, it doesn't get any easier than that. Messenger and FaceTime are both easy. Now, I know Zoom, I'm using Zoom with several students, and it's got a lot of features, but the Skype, I like it because you can record the lesson, you can text, you can do pictures there. But all the platforms are good. Any of those will work. They're all fine. So one other thing I want to talk about, the hardest thing for teaching is when I get a student that is totally beginner, cannot play at all. Is just getting the guitar in tune. Whenever I say, okay, let's tune up your guitar, and it's like, well, what do you mean by that? And I say, okay, now turn down a little bit. No, turn it more. Keep picking the string. I want to reach through there and just kind of grab hold of the guitar, but I can't. But having said that, try to encourage them to be in tune ahead of time. Teach them how to tune, and the way to do that is to have an electronic tuner. Okay, and so that's just a little tip. But these are some tips. Oh, one more thing. My little holder there that my sister-in-law gave me. See, I can put my phone or my iPod. That's good for my iPhone whenever I'm listening to music stuff right here by my jawbone. Let's see. So I guess that's pretty much it. I'm looking around here. That's my workstation. That's my toys. I've got my little Stratic Telecaster here. I've got a Fender amp right here. Got a little clock over there. That's it. And I hope this helps. Thanks a lot. Bye.